You don't need to be beautiful, brilliant, or wildly charismatic to be likable. In fact, the most likable people are rarely the loudest in the room. They're the ones who make others feel quietly important, without doing anything particularly obvious. They're the person you somehow end up talking to all night. The one you walk away from thinking, I don't know what it is, but I really liked them. The secret isn't charm. It's social intelligence. And most of us were never taught how to develop it. So in this video, I'll show you 10 subtle, powerful social skills that instantly make people want to be around you. Not by trying harder, but by understanding what most people never notice. Let's begin. Number 1. You mirror, without mimicking. When someone's speaking fast, you subtly speed up. When they're calm and slow, you soften your tone too. This isn't a TikTok trend. It's basic neuroscience. People feel safer around those who feel familiar. And rhythm is one of the fastest ways to build that bridge. The trick? It has to feel organic. You're not copying their gestures like a weird human echo. You're just syncing ever so slightly, like turning down the lights when the room feels too bright. People won't notice you're doing it. They'll just notice they feel oddly comfortable around you. Number 2. You make light of awkward moments. Someone drops their phone. You both reach for it. Your heads collide. It's a small disaster. But instead of freezing like you've just committed a social crime, you smile and say, well, we're officially past the small talk now. Likable people don't pretend awkwardness didn't happen. They acknowledge it, lightly, gracefully, almost like they're giving you permission to exhale. Because here's the secret. Awkwardness isn't the problem. It's how people respond to it that makes it painful or disarming. When you trip over your words, you don't apologize like you just insulted their grandmother. You laugh it off. My brain is buffering. Give it a second. That's charm. That's warmth. That's what people remember. And in a world where everyone's terrified of looking foolish, the person who makes it safe to be imperfect, that's the one we all want around. Number 3. You exit conversations without making people feel discarded. You're not the Irish goodbye type. You leave with intention, and just enough warmth to make it feel complete. I'm going to grab a drink, but I really liked talking to you. It was lovely meeting you. Hope we cross paths again. It takes 5 seconds, and it sticks. Because being likable isn't about clinging to every interaction. It's about knowing how to land it, like a graceful curtsy at the end of a dance. Number 4. You ask questions people don't see coming, but love answering. Everyone expects, so what do? You say, what brings you here? Everyone expects, where are you from? You say, what's something about your hometown that only locals get? These questions don't interrogate, they invite. Likable people know how to throw out conversational curveballs that are low pressure, high reward, the kind of questions people think about later and go, that was actually fun to answer. That's not small talk. That's connection, disguised as curiosity. Number 5. You compliment effort, not outcome. You look amazing is fine, but that color looks so sharp on you. It's very you, makes people glow. Because it says, I see the decision behind the look. It's the difference between you're smart and you explained that in such a clear way. It made total sense. One flatters. The other sees you. And in a world obsessed with outcomes, noticing the effort makes you unforgettable. Number 6. You don't double down when the mood shifts. A while back someone told you, beaming, that their daughter got into med school. So later you ask, how's she liking it? And they pause. Then quietly say, she actually left the program. It just wasn't for her. This is the moment. The likability test. Do you press for details? Do you say, oh no, what happened? Do you turn it into a scene from an interview show? No, you pivot, with grace. Good for her for figuring that out early. That takes guts. I bet she's finding her way. Likable people know how to read the moment and release it. They don't cling to a topic just because it was once safe. They sense when pride has turned to discomfort, and they offer people a dignified exit. No awkward silence, no spotlight, just a soft step in another direction. It's emotional tact, and it's quietly unforgettable. Number 7. You let people be wrong, gracefully. You're at dinner. Someone's confidently explaining that koalas are the cutest bears. You sip your wine. You smile. You don't reach for your imaginary biology degree. Likable people know, not every hill is worth dying on, especially not the bare one. When someone gets it wrong, and it doesn't actually matter, you don't pounce. You let it float. You change the subject. You protect their dignity like it's fine china. And when you do correct something, you do it like a gentle breeze, not a storm. Not, that's actually incorrect. But, wait, really? I thought they are marsupials. Now I need to double check. I'm curious. You shift from confrontation to curiosity. And that shift? It's elegant. It's powerful. And people remember how safe they felt around you, even if they were slightly wrong about koalas. Because there are two kinds of people in every room. The ones who need to be right, and the ones everyone wants to sit next to. Guess which one gets invited back? Number 8. You follow through, without announcing it. You don't make grand promises. You just say you'll do something, and then quietly do it. You send the article you mentioned. You show up when you said you would. You remember the little favor you casually agreed to, without needing a calendar reminder and a round of applause. No dramatics, no disclaimers, just quiet consistency. And the effect? Massive. Because likable people aren't just charming in conversation, they're trustworthy in practice. And in a world full of, let's totally do lunch sometime energy, being the person who actually follows up, that's just rare. Number 9. You spot the social invisible people and bring them in. There's always someone, the intern, the +1, the person clutching a glass like a lifeboat. You see them. You smile. You ask a question. You open your body language, literally making space in the circle. You don't do it to look good. You do it because you know what it's like to feel peripheral. And that empathy? It radiates. Likable people make rooms warmer, not louder. Number 10. You shift from me too to tell me more. Relatability is charming, until it becomes a competition. You say, I used to live in Italy. And instead of asking, someone launches into their own story about Florence, pasta, and a neighbor's goat named Fabio. Likable people don't do that. They share just enough to connect, then hand the moment back. Same here. I loved it. What was your favorite part? That's the difference. They don't turn every shared experience into a monologue. They turn it into a bridge, and people walk away thinking, I really felt heard. Which, if we're honest, is what we're all hoping for. So here's what most people miss. Likability is not charisma on command. It's not being on all the time. It's restraint. It's knowing when not to ask, when not to explain, when to gently let a moment pass without pressing on the bruise. Remember habit number 6? That instinct to not dig when something's clearly changed? It says more about you than any clever story ever could. It tells people, you're not here to impress. You're here to protect their dignity, even in tiny, invisible ways. And that is rare. And rare is likable. Now I'm curious. What's one thing someone did that instantly made you like them? If this gave you something to think about, like, subscribe, and check out my Amazon storefront for elegant beauty and living essentials I quietly swear by. As always, stay classy. Manners matters.